Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Here are today's top headlines. Ford gets big concessions from the UAW. Toyota tells the task force it's worried about suppliers. And Audi could be looking at a new sports car. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Thursday, March 12, 2009, and now the news. Reuters reports that Ford's new UAW contract will cut labor costs to $55 an hour, down from more than $70 an hour. That will save Ford $350 million this year. In 2011, the hourly rate will drop to $50 an hour, saving Ford $500 million a year. It quotes Joe Hinrichs, Ford's head of manufacturing, as saying, "This gets Ford in the ballpark of what Toyota pays its hourly workers in the U.S. But my guess is that for GM and Chrysler, in the ballpark will not be enough to satisfy their critics in Washington." Meanwhile, in Canada, CAW workers approved the new contract with General Motors. The Detroit Free Press reports that 87% of CAW workers approved the contract, despite the fact that it gets rid of their annual bonus, reduces the vacation days they get, and goes to other concessions as well. Toyota tells the president's task force on the auto industry it's deeply worried about suppliers in the American market. The Wall Street Journal reports that Jim Lentz, president of Toyota Motor Sales USA, says that 100 suppliers to Toyota are teetering on the brink of going under. And a sample survey of suppliers provided to Autoline Daily by the Original Equipment Suppliers Association shows that 23% are already violating the loan agreements with their banks, and that nearly 60% will be by the end of the year if they don't get federal aid money. Is another sporty two-door car part of Audi's future product plans? We can't say for sure, but Autoblog is running a story about a model called the R4. It's rumored to be a production version of the Volkswagen Blue Sport concept that bowed at this year's Detroit Auto Show. If that's the case, it could offer a mid-mounted engine. Where the R4 would fit in the company's lineup is unclear, since Audi already offers the TT and the A5. The Detroit Free Press reports telecommunications giant AT&T will spend close to $600 million over the next 10 years buying more than 15,000 hybrid and natural gas-powered vehicles, many of which will be supplied by Ford. It's not just a PR stunt to look more environmentally friendly. It's also designed to help get the U.S. economy moving again. AT&T says this will save or create 1,000 jobs over the next 5 years. Hey, the race is on. Automakers are rushing to make their vehicles more efficient, and many are turning to boost fuel economy. Turbocharging, coupled with direct injection and dual clutch transmissions, are all the rage in the auto industry, and more suppliers are jumping into the turbo market. The Detroit Free Press reports that Continental is coming out with one and is expected to debut on an unnamed European model sometime in 2011. Coming up next, a look inside the Mercedes F700 concept car. We'll be back right after this.
Changing tires out here could be dangerous, but with these tires, I don't need to worry.
Bridgestone.
A little while ago, Mercedes unveiled a concept called the F700. It was designed to illustrate what a luxury car of the future might be like, and probably hints at where the next generation S-Class is going. The F700 has swoopy styling and a massive grille, but expressive design is not its biggest claim to fame. The car showcases a unique hybrid drivetrain. It couples a 7-speed automatic transmission with a 1.8-liter gasoline engine that can run on compression ignition. Mercedes even invented its own name for the power plant, D's Auto. D's for diesel and Auto after Nicholas Otto, the inventor of the 4-stroke internal combustion engine. Rounding out the drivetrain is a high-voltage battery pack and an electric motor mounted in the transmission, both of which help the F700 deliver amazing fuel economy numbers, 5.3 liters per 100 kilometers or 44 miles per gallon. Another innovative feature on the F700 is called pre-scan. It's an adaptive suspension that literally reads the road. It has lasers mounted in the headlights that detect bumps in the pavement and adjust the shocks to compensate. Pre-scan was designed to deliver the smoothest ride possible. Inside, the car has a unique sliding rear seat. Passengers in the back can recline while facing either the front of the car or the rear. The seat is motorized and slides to reconfigure itself. While the F700 hasn't made it to production, don't be surprised to find some of its groundbreaking features on future Mercedes models. And that's it for today's top news in the global automotive industry, except for this next message. We've got a special live webcast coming up next Thursday night, March 26, all about the bailout plans that are going to be presented to Congress and whatever other topics we want to get into. Joining me, Mr. Auto Extremist, Peter DeLorenzo, and Gonzo PR maven, Jason Vines. We've gagged them because I don't want them spilling their guts until we go live. Join us Thursday, March 26 at 6:30 p.m. Eastern at the Autoline website. That's when the gags come off.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Dawn's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.